And joining us now with his take on Michael Flynn's pardon is national security analyst Ryan Mauro. Ryan, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for being here.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Okay, so you just heard in Lauren's report that you have Democratic critics all across the board saying that this is corruption, saying that this is an abuse of the pardon power. What do you say?
Well, if you look at the history of presidential pardons, this doesn't exactly stand out, both because of the weak case against General Flynn and because of what other presidents have done. Take a look at Mark Rich, one of the biggest tax cheats in American history, just a major criminal. He donates to the Democratic Party. President Bill Clinton at that time pardons him. So compare that to what's going on with General Flynn, and what you're looking at today actually isn't that big of a deal in comparison.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of supporters of President Trump himself probably are wondering why this happened in the first place. Why was the FBI so hell-bent on investigating Michael Flynn? Here's former Deputy National Security Advisor K.T. McFarland on why it all went down, in her opinion. Take a listen.
It wasn't about General Flynn. It was always about getting Donald Trump. Senior officials and the Obama administration and the West Wing and the Justice Department and the FBI and in the intelligence community, they knew Mike Flynn didn't commit any crime in talking to the Russian ambassador. But how does the country get those 3 years back?
So how do we make sure that this doesn't happen again?
There's just going to have to be a lot of oversight, and this is going to have to be a textbook example of misconduct and error that every single FBI investigator is going to have to learn from. It should be just part of the requirement to do their job, because this is not just a weak case, it's a bizarre case. According to the FBI agents who were actually interviewing Flynn and leading this thing, they didn't think that he lied. And what you're seeing in the media and a lot of the opinion makers basically do is that they're conflating a bunch of things. What the issue is a single count of allegedly lying to the FBI that Flynn had to plead guilty to under a lot of pressure, millions of dollars in legal fees. To fight for his innocence, he would have had to basically destroy his life and his family's life, lose everything in the hope of victory. And that should scare all of us, that you could be put in that position where, because of finances, you might take a plea deal because you have no other choice.
Hey, Ryan, real quick, we have about 20 seconds left to go, but do you see anyone else coming next? Paul Manafort, Roger Stone obviously previously granted clemency, but does he get a full pardon?
I suspect so, but again, be prepared for a lot of conflation. For example, General Flynn, I share concerns about the fact that he was acting essentially as a foreign agent for the radical Islamic dictatorship of Turkey. I get that, but that's not the charge that we're talking about, and everyone needs to understand that.
Okay, Ryan Mauro, thank you for your insight, for joining us. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.